You're listening to Big Shot Rock.
Make some noise.
Cinemax and Pyro the Fireman. We say what they can't radio.
1 2 1 2 1 2. We want to welcome y'all to another special episode of We Say What They Can't Radio. I'm your instigator, Big Shot Rock. To my left,
yo, it's Pyro the Fireman. We back in the building.
Max, what up? You do? I don't do intros no more. I'm booked and busy. I don't do intros no more. Do your own intro.
It's your girl Max. What's going on, everybody?
That's all you got?
Yeah.
No Sunday fun day thing. That's over.
Oh, it said it's you. We don't know if it's Sunday, right?
Oh, you getting smart. You getting smart. You getting smart.
You know, unless you live.
I mean,
Fun on, Max.
But it is Sunday.
See what happens when you don't have a
doing.
hangover from Saturday? You're smart. You're getting smart. Well, we got like we just talked off air. We don't really come together that much off there, unless it's somebody we feel is real dope.
yeah.
And we got two special guests in here. Power couple, Mr. Holiday, Sunny Money, Sunshine. The Williams is in the building, y'all.
Yeah.
Is it Williams?
Absolutely.
Yes, it is.
Because I just met more Williams yesterday at my family reunion. That's crazy.
Y'all probably
Oh,
cousins.
yes. I got like a million cousins. But welcome, guys.
Yeah, it's
Might be
Williams.
related.
It might be.
Oh, real quick before I forget, before
Yes.
they ask for some money. Shout out to our sponsors. Maureen, did you Stuyvesant
Stuyvesant
Champagne? No, she cool. She know.
This is
She know.
Stuyvesant Grand Reserve.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for sponsoring us today. This
It's a very,
episode
very
we
sexy
say what they
vintage
can.
bottle. We want to thank y'all. I'll let you know. Listen, I'm gonna let you know if it's trash.
Black owned.
But it's black owned, so
Black
we're gonna
owned.
make it work.
Oh, black
That's what we
Thank
do
you
right
so
here.
much. Big shout out to her.
I like that.
Black
I like
owned
that.
champagne. Let's get it popping.
So what's
y'all.
going on, y'all? What's up? You guys got here a little late. They got here late, y'all.
Yeah, we
A little, just a
apologize.
little bit.
A little late.
A little.
But we like them a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it was the choice of music they was listening to, but we'll talk about that later. But tell it. Look at the look he giving me.
The Brooklyn night, right?
No, it was the Brooklyn traffic.
Right.
It started in Queens when y'all went past Long Island.
You know what? Queens, the drive was kind of smooth.
Yeah. That's bumpy roads. A lot of bullshit. There's bullshit going on.
I can't vouch for the potholes. Our potholes is trash out here. I
man.
can't even vouch.
Terrible.
But listen, let's start off. Let's tell the people a little bit about yourselves, and then we'll tell what we know. We know a little bit, so let's start with. This is a guest of the room. That's our first time up here. Tell the people a little bit, Sonny.
First, I want to say, you guys, I love the new studio.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Congratulations on that. Okay, we want to make sure you
Yes.
get that.
Yes.
But I'm Sunshine Smith Williams, aka Sunny Money Queens, and I'm a serial entrepreneur, public speaker, instructor, and author.
Right.
And I'm 50% of the Queens Power Couple. Queens
Yeah.
Yeah.
Power Couple.
Shots.
Don't get it fucked
Where's
up.
Where's your boy, Pyro? Over there?
Queens.
It's gonna be a long day.
And you got a few more titles than that. We're gonna get into that later.
Okay.
Mr. Holiday, you what?
Don't be so modest. That's my
No.
job.
Yo, yeah. You come on, don't be come here with this modest stuff. You know how we do here.
Listen, I named it with author, instructor. We can go deep into what
Let
each
them
of
know
them are.
what your business is.
Mentor, philanthropist,
Okay.
Right.
you know,
Okay.
film producer.
Okay.
You know.
Right. Oh, y'all be doing y'all research, sir.
Right.
We on
right.
it.
We
Okay,
just getting
well-
started.
Okay. Well, currently, right now, what I got going on is Selfies Cosmetics, powered by I'm powered by Selfies Cosmetics. We have Ambitious Beauty Collection, which is plant-based makeup. I remember when I was here last time with you guys, we were just getting it together. We had a phenomenal launch party. It was dope. Shout out to everybody that came. That's the makeup. My partner and I, husband right here, Queens Power Couple.
I heard this
Uh-huh.
this Queen's guy over here looked at you and then came up with the name. This is what somebody told me.
For Ambitious Beauty Collection?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
Actually drew the logo too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Drew the logo.
Start producing for
Yeah,
Nas.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, man. He gonna get you, boy.
I know. He looking at me crazy too. It's all right.
Esco, I got it. Don't worry about it. I got this.
Oh,
Cool.
man. But Ambitious Beauty Collection, we launched that. Shared Living Residential. We have 3 homeless facilities for formerly incarcerated men and women.
Oh, nice.
dope.
That's dope.
Through the tri-state area, Brooklyn, we have one. There you go. Look, see? See when I said Brooklyn, what happened?
Shots fired.
Had I said Queens, it would have been a smooth ride, like we said.
Look, man, that's that Brooklyn shit. You know it wasn't gonna be all smooth.
I mean, it is called Stuyvesant.
Like,
It's called Stuyvesant. So
Right.
We're gonna get that.
And she's on like Hancock and Stuyvesant. It's real over there.
Oh man.
Oh man, but yeah, the homeless facilities for formerly incarcerated men and women, consultant firm which caters to real estate, business solutions, credit repair, and legal expertise. That's our consultant firm, Sunny Legal Realty LLC. I mean, we just got a lot going on. Anything that helps provide services, wisdom, financial literacy, and philanthropy, anything helping our people, especially our people.
Dope.
Yeah. So
I'm just a driver.
he's a lying.
I'm just kidding.
Cheers.
Yeah, myself, I'm also a serial entrepreneur, as well as being her business partner. I also have a car dealership, an auto body shop, a real estate investment company. I have IIU, which stands for Investing in Us, where I fund minority-owned businesses and I sponsor education.
Right. That's dope.
What else do I have going on?
Got a lot.
I have a music and sports management company.
Right.
Okay.
I own a share of, and then I also have my own entertainment company. And then I have the business ventures that we partner on.
Talk that shit, okay?
It's just a bunch of stuff going on.
You guys are really busy. Like,
Max?
when do you sleep?
Wait, so that's a good
much,
question.
this
So,
morning.
with you guys doing so much, individually too, when do you find time to have like
Husband and wife.
husband
time
and wife
together.
time?
We make it. Well, I know. Go ahead. Say your
Most important in a relationship is friendship. So even if it's a business venture where I have other partners, or where she's not directly involved, she's still directly involved because everything I do, I run past her. What do you do with this?
Yeah, he does.
And she's always that support system to inject her ideas or use her platform to push what I'm doing and vice versa. So it's always teamwork in the recipe.
That's good.
Dope. Look, I don't even know where to start because it's so much.
Right.
It's so much. First of all, you got a new book coming out.
Yes.
Right, about to drop. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So the first series, it's a series of 8 books. The first one is Wine and Wealth Volume 1 Credit. So of course, our people lack financial literacy as far as credit. Here you go. So it's about improving understanding and learning more about your credit, and it's doing phenomenally well. It's doing well. It also, his idea was to put a curriculum in the back of it, and I'll let you talk more on it because
We started with credit because when tackling issue like financial literacy in our community, we don't want to go over anybody's head.
Right.
We want to start at a point where anybody can start from.
Right.
So you may not have the financial resources, but you can start by building your credit and using your credit appropriately to get the finances to propel yourself forward. So that's why that was the start point. And then we're going to gradually help you build into a financial powerhouse.
Gotcha.
What happened? I'm just.
How did you guys meet? Let's go there. Just see the hangover is coming out.
Wait. Before we go there, before we go to the meat, so that was the credit book. So what's coming out now? Is it the part 2?
Right,
Yes.
part 2. Yep. So he remember I texted to you all of the part 2 is Wine and Wealth entrepreneurship from small business to franchise. It's 14 chapters. And my phone is, so can you open up your phone
This
and
is
send?
what we actually co-wrote together because
Okay.
this is
Oh, yeah.
something
Right.
Nice.
that I have a lot of experience with as well. And of course, she puts me on the spot.
It's gonna have a work.
Right.
Yeah,
because I'm filming
going
us.
on in
I'm
here
filming
today.
us, babe. I'm filming us.
It's
so
gonna have a
like-
workbook
Yeah,
in the back.
this is a workbook. Yeah, and he created a structure for the test in the back.
Word?
To let you you want to take this test so
Yeah.
that you can know whether or not you're qualified. If you know to
Because a lot of
go
times
forward.
you have people who have a passion for something, but it doesn't mean that you should run that business.
Exactly.
I've had dudes, as an investor, people come to me to get funding for their businesses. So when I fund a business, I want to know your background. I want to know your strategy.
That was gonna be a question.
Because
Yeah.
a lot of times, especially in our community, we may not have the credentials. Me, I got a GED.
Right.
And I run businesses where people that work for me have master's degrees. So we may not have the credentials, but doesn't mean we don't have the know-how.
Right.
As an
Or the
investor,
experience.
what would be what's that turn-off thing? Like, they got this product. They say one word like, oh, I can't mess with them.
A lot of times, what people have is ideas, and like I said, a passion. Like people come to you, oh, I want to open a restaurant. Well, what makes you want to open a restaurant? I love to cook. It has nothing to do with
It's no plan.
opening a restaurant.
Right.
That has and then when you show them what that entails, because I've invested in restaurants, and you show them what it entails, they say, you know what? I think I just want to be a chef.
Right.
Nobody wants to
Look,
do the
man,
work.
I say this all the time, and people be saying it's mean that I say that, but not because a lot of people like to scream entrepreneur this, entrepreneur that. Not everybody's meant to be a boss. Some people are meant to be workers, and ain't nothing being wrong with being a worker. Just be the best worker that you could be, so you can make it the highest you can be in whatever that you're doing. But some people are meant to be workers. That's it. So
People think being a boss means being a big shot.
Right.
First of all, let me say this: in business, there's no room for ego.
right, absolutely.
The boss has to be the humblest person because you have to be able to see things from everyone's perspective. Also, in being the boss, you have to be willing to not be liked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Right.
No, that's real.
that's real.
I know most people at their jobs don't even like their boss, but that person that you can't stand has to be responsible for making sure you have health care for your family, has to be responsible for making sure everybody gets paid and the business propels forward. So you got to set aside your personal feelings and take whatever people dish, whatever their misconceptions are, and still focus on the goal that benefits everybody.
Right, and people
That's
also
what
don't
being a
realize
boss is
when,
about.
as a boss, when something go wrong, you could
have to be a worker.
I could be overseas somewhere. Something go wrong, it's my fault.
Right, it's your shit.
It's my fault.
It's your shit.
And people
So you
don't
gotta
realize
sometimes
that.
roll up your sleeve and get in the trenches too.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Gotta
That's
have
why
thick
that
skin.
book is important, Wine and Wealth, too, because it goes into how you can structure your businesses.
Right.
For everything. That's why I said, could you just read some of the chapters, King, please? And that way they can understand, like, a lot of them don't know.
Yep, and I'm gonna put you to work too.
Okay.
I'm gonna name you. You gotta say
That's fine.
okay, chapter 1 is what is entrepreneurship.
Right. What? Yeah. That's right. They need
She
to
said,
know what
"What? Yeah, what's that?"
That's right. They need to
Did
know
you
what
see
is
this?
entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Chapter 2 is do you have what it takes to be an entrepreneur?
right.
Chapter 3 is how to start a business, walking you through the steps. Chapter 4 is the do's and don'ts of starting a business. Chapter 5 is the do's and don'ts of business partnership.
Yeah,
Chapter
business
6 is
business partnership.
choosing a business name. The next chapter is chapter 7 is writing an effective slogan for your business. Chapter 8 is 5 ways to improve your business website. Chapter 9 is if you had a list of the top 5 rules to achieving success in business, would you factor in, where would people factor in?
Right. That's your employees.
Chapter 10 is 10 tips. 10 tips for those thinking of buying a franchise. Chapter 11 is the do's and don'ts of family business. And chapter 12 is the do's and don'ts of dissolving a business.
That covered it all.
If,
I got it all.
if we could add one more chapter that we didn't talk about,
Which
real
is?
quick, what would we do?
Okay.
I'm actually-
What chapter would we add?
What chapter will we
we
add?
eliminate?
I feel like
What can we
it's
add?
so much.
Will we add, not eliminate?
Let's say
No, I said, what
let's
chapters
say
did we eliminate?
no. Let's add one
We-
that we didn't
Right.
discuss.
He's saying
Let's-
they eliminated something.
We did.
So-
We
Eliminated
did.
something.
Well,
What
well,
was that?
what was
let's
that?
let's
We will
go.
bring one of those back. What did we
What did
eliminate?
we
That you
eliminate?
Look,
chose?
no, listen. No negotiating here.
Okay.
Y'all gotta- listen, none of that cheating stuff. I'm gonna go
When you're
first.
married, everything's in the
I would put location for your business. I would put location.
How
Very important.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. How important is it?
How the
'cause
hell you
guys
just
got
skipped the game?
Got a whole chapter on it.
Okay.
How important is it to choose your business name?
Oh, very.
Very important because you don't want to choose a name that holds you to a standard that you can't meet.
Oh, we talk about that in the book.
You want to draw in the client, but also you don't want to
Mislead.
not only that, you don't want to use a name that limits the business.
So, like, for
You want
example,
to give it room to grow.
in the book, we discuss, I'll give you 2 gems. we're from South Jamaica, Queens. So we don't want to say South Jamaica, Queens Lawn Care, and then I move it to Atlanta.
Right.
I don't want to limit myself with the name. Also, he loves to detail cars. He loves cars. I mean, he has a dealership. We don't want to call it red carpet dealership, and then you go there and the shit is slow as hell.
Right.
So you don't want to. You got to be very careful about what you name. Like you guys say, we say what they can. You really live by that standard.
Yeah.
And we started off as a locker room, which was a sports
Yeah.
show.
Sports
We didn't
show.
want to be boxed, so
Right.
we left that alone. And
Right. So
So let's Max.
I want to start a little bit from the
personals.
beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to
Right.
start a little bit from the beginning. So how did you guys meet?
She was my stalker.
Oh,
I'm joking. That was a joke.
yeah, I
was
was stalking him, girl.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what you got to do. What you got to
Right,
do. Right.
Nah, kind of the other way around, but nah, I didn't stalk her. But
Nah, you didn't stalk him.
we met on the Humble Act.
gas station, right?
Yep.
I mean, listen,
Right,
I mean,
and I
no.
had to correct that address because last time they asked us where we had, and I said Bedell and something else. No, it was Baisley and Bedell.
Baisley
Yeah,
and
let's
Bedell, the gas
make
station.
that clear. In
Actually,
South
she was
Jamaica,
going in the
Queens.
store. I was at the gas station, and I was with somebody that usually, we all had that friend that likes to ride in the passenger car and try to holler at every female. He be like,
Right.
"Stop doing
Oh,
that."
they call
He be
them
like, "Yo, stop
scrubs.
doing that."
No, don't do that. Don't do
like,
that.
stop
ain't
doing
always
that.
a scrub.
Don't do that. Don't do
That's,
that.
yeah, no.
That's what TLC called.
When I was single, I was the type of dude that, you try to reserve who you are.
Right.
So I used to hate that shit. Yo,
Yeah,
yo,
me
stop
too.
doing that.
Right.
And he's the type of dude that reach over on the side, beep your horn. He's like, yo, come on, they gonna think I'm trying.
Shout out to my man Black.
So,
Jesus Christ.
so this particular day, the dude that hollers at everybody, he looked at her, took one look at her and said, "That's you."
Yeah.
So I looked and saw what he was talking about, and I was on the phone. I said, "I'll call you right back." Stop pumping the gas. I was like, "Yo, get this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then here I come
She
out.
tried to dub me. She was like,
I come out of the store and he's right by the. Were you right by the car?
you
right
were
by?
walking to the car as I was coming to you. Like, we met at the car.
That's crazy.
We talked as she got in the car, and she tried to leave without giving me a number. But
Right.
what she didn't realize, I'm standing in your doorway. I'm not going to close the door.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a little tough. I'm like,
not- we
okay,
not
you
gonna do
gotta,
that.
like get away from the door or whatever like that. Like, what's
You gotta
going
give me
on?
something.
And look,
You
look,
want
it
me to
worked
leave, You
out.
gotta give me something.
Yeah.
Lesson, y'all. Sometimes you got to give them a chance. Look at this. This became a big
This
love
was,
story.
listen,
Black
this
love
was
right
a
here.
love story, but I didn't
Okay.
give him a chance. That's right. That's why we together for 12 years, married for 10, because he knew it was very hard to get me. That's what,
And what's dope, you paid for the first date.
Yeah, I did.
That's hot.
I did.
That was nice.
Nice.
And he paid for the next 25.
Hey, listen, that's all right. That's an investment. It was an
That's an
investment.
important part of the
City
relationship.
girls
Right.
up 100.
Nah, I love him to
Courtship
death.
is
Yeah.
an important part of a
Yes,
relationship
it is.
because
Yes.
when you're dealing with somebody, well, I can speak for myself.
Yeah.
When you speak to somebody, from the first conversation,
Mm-hmm.
guys, we kind of put people in the box. We know where we're going with this.
Right.
In the first conversation.
Right.
But when you see a female as somebody that you can genuinely be interested in, the courtship is important.
Right.
You want to learn what you're dealing with prior to jumping straight in. A lot of people just jump straight in, and that's why they're in situations they regret.
Yeah, absolutely. We up here, we say what they can radio. We love black love.
Yes.
We
Yes.
promote black love. We
Yes.
absolutely in love with black love.
Yes.
You know, we all that's a beautiful, beautiful thing,
It is.
man. And the way you guys move, the way you guys have been together, because we've interviewed you before,
Yes.
it's such a beautiful thing. Because even in your first interview, like, you talked a lot about your husband,
Yes.
your partner.
Correct.
And I want to get into both of you guys, unfortunately, had a left turn in life,
Right.
and you had to serve some time in prison.
Right.
How was that in holding it down in terms of your relationships, and you guys went in at different times and things like that? Like, how hard was that? And how was let's get into how hard it was first, but then we're going to talk
Yeah.
about the rebound from it.
Okay, so I went in first, so I guess you can. I mean, was it hard for you?
That was very hard for me because as a man, you protect your family, you protect
Right.
your woman.
Right.
So it puts you in a vulnerable space where you don't have control of the narrative. You are now thrusted into a situation where you can't say, "Baby, I got this."
Right.
Right.
So you got to now be the support system. And then now it allowed me to see everything she does too. On the other end, not just on the business, but on the parenting end. Because now you're thrusted into being a single parent. Now you're running the businesses by yourself. So now it gave me a whole new respect I mean, I already had respect for what she did, but it gave me a whole new respect.
So how you see me raise my hand? I have a habit of doing that like I'm in school. So how old was your son when you went it? When you went
She's
in?
better with timelines.
4.
He was 4. So you had to like start cooking and
I always
laundry.
cooked. I always cooked.
Yeah, he always cooks. So
That is a
wasn't-
blessing in
That
itself.
wasn't the adjustment. The adjustment, I think, was just the running things by me, being able to have access to me all the time, family things,
Other than cooking,
answering
the household
questions,
stuff and
Christian
things I
had
never
it,
really
you know?
did.
Yeah, things.
I-
of
I
Yeah,
that
did.
like
nature.
laundry, ironing.
No, he
I
no.
confess, I had my mother come over and do the laundry.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be me.
Yeah.
That would be totally me.
One thing I'm
he
not is a
couldn't-
fronter. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna pretend.
Yeah,
Nope.
the laundry, no, forget
Nope.
that. But the cooking,
Thank
he
God
might
for
have
the
did.
dishwasher.
But yeah.
All that stuff. All that.
That's what I was
Shout out to
thinking.
my mother-in-law, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
shout
held
out
it
to her.
down.
And we
Yeah.
definitely got a
Yeah.
housekeeper. All
Yeah.
that.
The
Yep.
support system is most important too
Yes.
when you're going through things like that.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Because what's interesting, you always, hear the story of the, the female. I don't want to say holding down. We can say holding up the door, but you really outside of Papoose.
Right.
You know,
I was just about to say that.
go say it. Steph.
Yeah. Look.
I don't know if you're gonna be here next week. So go ahead. Nah, but you know what I'm saying. Go ahead.
No. But seriously, I see all the time, and I think even we discussed this when you were here before that the visiting floor for the females.
It'd be empty. All
Empty.
you see is their kids, their parents, and that's it.
Yeah.
It may have been 1 or 2 other dudes, one other husband, and like a homeboy or something that came up there periodically. But it was me and another husband that were consistent.
It was like
That
3.
it. Yeah,
3. It was
3. And everybody else, it was their parents or their kids.
That's crazy.
That's so sad.
very empty. I remember one incident where a woman from the A dorm had got served with divorce papers.
Oh,
Yeah.
why
yeah.
she doing something?
While she was doing time. Yep. And I was like, what? I couldn't even fathom that.
Cold
like,
niggas out here.
And you get
man.
that. And you
Yeah.
get that from men too. I mean, dudes. I've seen dudes who are on top of the world go to jail and get served divorce papers, or their woman coming up there pregnant on a visit, wild stuff like that.
Wow,
But
damn.
the support system is there. There's no shortage. You see dudes who meet women while they're in jail and they come to visit.
Talk
They bring
about
their
it.
kids and all kind of stuff to meet a dude that they don't know that they met behind bars.
Talk about
Women don't have that support system.
I want.
Go ahead.
No. So I wanted to know, like, so Sonny, when it was his turn to go in, I'm understanding it had to be equally difficult.
It was equally difficult because, if not a little bit more, because he had a lot more time to do. And honestly, when he left me with, when he went to, let's go back a little bit. So I was home with him for a total of maybe 7 months. So when I came home, it was a 7-month span. I
on
was
pretrial.
Yeah, he was on pretrial. So I was actually pregnant when he went in, and right before I went in, we got an extension for him to stay out because he was in the middle of closing on a building to house the formerly incarcerated men and women. So we didn't even have enough time for us to sit down to structure the business correctly or anything. He was more focused on, listen, I'm leaving a residual income. Also, this is from my passion. It'll
left
work
the
out.
building. She
He
had
left
to
the
get up
building. I
early.
had to do everything and structure it on my
While she
own with a
was
couple. With a couple of people that were trying to mentor me through the process. But I was pregnant, so I miscarried 2 weeks after he went to self-surrender.
Wow.
So when I tell you, I don't even think I had time to think about anything. You got to snap the fuck out of it. Your daughter just passed away. He's serving his time, and you have to be strong for your son, yourself, your husband, and still move on to
Right.
make this happen. So I was left with Sunny
Mind you,
Legal
running the
Realty.
businesses that were already
I was
in
running
existence.
3 different businesses, healing myself, writing, still trying to keep myself together. So it was like I didn't even have time to really. I don't even think I had time to mourn. So it's like, yo, I gotta keep. And I mean, I was 6 months pregnant, yo. Like it wasn't like it was small.
Right.
It was like the baby was kicking. I knew the sex of the child, and it was like, oh my God. And now I can say I'm in a very strong place.
Yeah.
But I couldn't even tell a story
That's a good
about it a
minute.
year ago. I couldn't even have this conversation.
So
I was just
did you get a chance to mourn?
Yes,
Yeah.
when he came home, I was able to mourn with the father. Like we would, like it was
Yeah.
like it was time, but he was mourning too, and it was like,
Yeah.
And that, I said that had to have been tough for you because you're back there, you can't do nothing.
Right.
Did you feel like sometimes we beat
Like I
ourselves
said,
up? Did you feel
helpless?
Yeah.
I think that was the hardest part of doing time. The hardest part of doing time was what you put on your family. At least for us, like, I don't want to hear dudes whine about being in jail. You
Right.
know why? Because unless you're innocent, You did what you did. You know what it entails.
Know
You
what
know
comes
what
with
comes with it, and you make the best of whatever the circumstances. Even in my case, I'm not gonna say I was innocent, but there was a hell of a gray area.
But you got out the game
But that's
when
what
they
I'm
got
saying.
you. Yeah.
I was clean when they got me.
Right.
Yeah.
But the thing is this: when, according to the law, I was guilty, because conspiracy constitutes the knowledge of two or more engaged in a criminal act. So technically, if when my guy called me and got into what he was dealing with, if I didn't hang up the phone and go call them people and say, yo, these guys is over here doing this and they got this going on, I'm guilty.
You conspired.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm guilty.
Yeah.
Right.
And I know who and what I'm involved in. Even if I'm not involved in what they do, I take accountability for my affiliations and my relationships.
Right.
You can't. I mean, coming from our community, that'd be like saying, leave me alone.
Right.
I'm a felon. Leave me alone. Don't.
Right.
You can't associate with me. So that's kind of hard.
Wait, question. So you went in first?
Yes.
And then you had to do time.
Yes.
Did it overlap at all?
No.
The time? So when you came out, you guys had some time to spend
7 months.
together. 7 months together.
I got pregnant immediately when I
In
came.
those
So
7 months, I'm on pretrial. So
Right.
it's time together. But at the same time, like I said, she got pregnant. But also, I'm knowing I got to do time.
Yeah.
So when you know you got to do time, my time was spent putting things in order.
Prep.
Right.
Like I said, acquiring a new location for the business, just trying to build things up for the duration.
Were you able to go visit him?
yes,
You were.
because I'm his wife.
Because you're his
Okay.
wife.
Yeah,
Okay.
if they can't come visit, it's either, I believe,
If we weren't legally married, she
right.
wouldn't be able to.
Even if he was my co-defendant, which he wasn't, because people ask that. Two separate crimes.
Okay.
Two federal different crimes. Like, they not my co-defendant.
Dope.
Don't. Look, I want to know about because this is the book I've been meaning to read this for the longest, like
Right.
because a lot of people talk about this book, the Pink Panther clique.
Yes.
But
Yes.
That book was crazy.
Tell us
man.
You
about
read the book?
You read it.
Right.
I didn't read it yet.
Because,
Please.
but first of all, for my spirit,
Right.
was that loosely based off a true story?
Loosely based off us.
Because you know
all three of
the
us.
talking about with the whole
Yeah, we
security
made-
guards and all that.
Yeah. Oh no, stuff like that really happened. So what we did was we incorporated scandals that happened. We ain't gonna. not
But
gonna
that
say
wasn't all
specific-
about, because the way it's making it
Right.
seem like it was your part of the story with the security guard.
No. If you noticed it was joined all three in.
Gotcha.
So it was like I was the nosy one, which is true. Like I want to
Right.
know what's going on in the can. Like who's there? Who got that?
Yeah, you know who's
What's
on the
I was
visits?
Right.
Yeah.
What's going on? I'm peeping something. So I want to know. I'm the one that's like in the book. If you notice, I'm the one crawling in the whatchamacall. Like, yo, what's up with the gov? What's up with that? Because I want to have the the one up.
Yeah, right.
Make my shit a little smooth in here. It's politics, but no, in there, no.
That's a dope book.
It's
Listen,
it's loosely
y'all
based on
y'all
things.
gotta read this book, because you know how books sometimes it takes a while to. They get
Yeah.
right to it with the
Yeah.
drama. It gets right to it. It's
But
a
even
dope
on the
read.
interview, they was telling us, they was giving us a little bit of stuff. And we was like, what? No,
Yeah.
you remember this time when this happened? He was like,
Yeah.
Yo,
listen,
shout
I
out-
can't do a day.
Shout out to the entire Pink Panther
Yeah.
clique.
Thank
Shout out
you.
to
Yeah.
everybody down
Shout
there
out to
because
PPC.
I mean, like, life is not perfect. Things
Right.
happen, and
Yeah.
what you do in life is lessons.
Yeah.
You can't take things as losses. Some things are very hard lessons to go
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
But what you ladies done,
Yeah.
when you look at all the pictures of you guys behind bars, incarcerated, right?
Yes.
First of all, they look like photo shoots. Let's get
Yeah,
that off.
that's
So I
it.
don't know how y'all pulled that off, but it
We
looked like
did.
photo shoots.
We did,
but
man.
it's like every single person who was in those pictures,
Right.
even if people who didn't come on the show, because shout out to Jamila,
Right.
shout out to Aisha who's
Yes.
been on the show.
Right.
People who have not been on the show, like it seems like everybody is doing a thing and coming
Yeah.
back and like, you know what?
Yeah.
I messed up here, but I learned
Yes.
the games. I'm gonna learn
Yeah.
how to do it the legal way.
Yeah.
And we're gonna still rock out. We're gonna show
Yeah.
this world what's up.
That's right.
And that shit is so admirable.
Yes,
it's
it
so
is. Very,
motivational
very
and
good.
inspirational.
Yes.
And
yes.
just
Thank you
Especially
so much.
for me as a female, I look up
Right.
to you guys. Even though we're around the same age, I still
Right.
look up to you guys because you
Thank
guys
you. I
are doing
appreciate
awesome.
that.
Yeah, you guys really are.
That's what it was about. It was about sisterhood. It was about giving back. It was about, staying what you do, accountability. It was just about all of that. And it was like making a pact. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, shout out to the whole Pink Panther clique, by the way. But, we all have our different journeys, but the main focus was always just sisterhood, and let's keep it at that, but shout out to everybody doing their own individual thing.
So there was people sitting on the stoop talking shit before y'all went away and did y'all time. They still on the stoop talking shit, and y'all
Exactly.
came back and rebuilt.
Still
and
on
doing
the same
and doing the
stoop.
damn thing.
That's right. Thank
Yo,
you.
let's talk a little bit more about the thing you got going on with the incorporating people who just got out of prison
Okay.
and into jobs, living the living quarters that you guys provide for them. Let's how did that start? What made you want to even do that? Because it's not an easy thing.
Well, for me, I've been in that business since 2011. I started with me and one of my other business partners. We started BEDS, which stands for Because Everyone Deserves Shelter. And we started that years back. And when we started that, it was to combat the problem of homelessness. But there are many, many different situations that can put you in that predicament. But largely, it's substance abuse, reentry from doing prison time, and mental health issues. And then you have the smaller percentage of people who have been through some kind of hardship, and it was just kind of hard to bounce back. But what I'm finding, or what we found, is people coming home from prison, there is a lack of resources. Particularly in our community, the resources that are there, we don't get first right to them.
Right.
So as our individual circumstances came about,
Right.
and it became closer to home, the business kind of morphed into that direction, and solely focusing, not solely, but mainly focusing on that, because it's a huge problem. And I believe, first and foremost, that we got to stop looking for answers from the same system that was designed to oppress us. The same system that made slavery legal.
Facts.
And prison is still slavery.
Oh, definitely.
Slaves got paid back then, and it's similar to the wages you get in prison. And it's the same thing, it's just a different way of introducing it.
Yeah.
So it's up to us to change our community, so we have to take responsibility and accountability for our own.
So what's one of the first things you would recommend, both of you guys, when you come home, how to adjust? What would you recommend to someone?
Well,
Thank you.
someone without a support system.
What the hell?
Because if you have a support system, it's a little bit.
That's
starts
the
up
thing.
there.
Nah, I fuck
90%
with
don't have the support
Right.
It
system.
starts up
Right.
here.
Right.
It starts
Yeah.
up here. The
Right.
first thing is let go of who you were.
Oh yeah, no,
Because
that's
you want to be a better
definitely-
person. A lot of people, your ego of who you used to be, or not wanting people to see you down, or things like that, stand in your way of progress.
Right.
Let go of who you used to be so that you can be someone better.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
good
you're right.
advice.
Yeah.
Dropping
Learn
jewels
and
on this
break
show,
down.
y'all.
And how did y'all know, like, we've all dabbled in things. How do you, like, listen, I ain't going back. How did you look? I'm out the game.
My son.
There it is.
My son. I'm not going back.
For me, it
at
was
all.
always, I always hustled and not hustle anymore.
Right. So
When I was hustling, and it's funny because before I went away, a couple friends of mine, we went, sat down, went out to eat. And he said to me, what made you open the businesses you opened and make the decisions you made when we were all getting money? I said, because I always hustled not to hustle.
Right.
I always saw, it's like anything. You have to make sure what you're doing is conducive to your long-term goals.
right.
So if your goal is to be successful and live a great life, and what you're doing, you don't know too many people that end up with that result, you got to say, okay, where
Right.
did they get cut off? Where they went wrong?
Right.
You got the wino in front of the liquor store telling you stories of his glory days.
Yes.
And you can see where he went wrong. Or the guy that got the 20-year sentence or 30-year sentence, you know where they went wrong. So you say, how can I move different? So you always hustle not to hustle. It was always about generating enough capital to get started to do something else, because I didn't have the credentials. And at the time, the knowledge of how to go and get those resources. And that's why it's important now that I know, and I had to rebuild and start over. And don't mistake that. I didn't have to rebuild when I came home, because thanks to a wonderful support system, all my businesses were still intact and still solid. But before, what a lot of people don't know is, I used ill-gotten gains to start a lot of businesses, and all those businesses failed. I think it was a test of my faith to see how much I really wanted it.
Right.
And the last thing that got off the ground, I sold my car and said, you know what? I'm not doing it no more. I'm putting all my money into this.
Right.
And started over and rebuilt.
But
So-
I commend you. I just want to let you know, on and off air, I commend you because a lot of people don't know that he tried to start 3 different businesses and everything went wrong.
Yeah.
Something
Burned down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what happens is, after that, like I said, I felt it was a test of my faith. Now it's like everything you touch turns to gold. Everything, right? And through the wisdom that comes from those experiences just makes you better and better. You can't give up. You got to keep pushing. If you're saying that's what you really want, you got to keep pushing for it. So I think most importantly, you have to have long vision. You got to have, and everything you do, you got to say, because we're all a sum of our decisions.
Right.
Where we are in life is a sum of the decisions we make, or how we react to things that happen in our lives.
Yes. Right.
So everything you do, you got to say, how does this hinder my long-term goal, or does this help me achieve it? And that's how you got to move.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Well, you know what? I think also because you guys are helping people, that brings more things into fruition too, because that is something awesome. People really do need housing. You, especially coming home from prison. You know, we know being in the inner city, you know, a lot of people coming home from prison, a lot of people need that. And you see them going to a lot of these halfway homes and stuff, and they are deplorable conditions.
Correct.
It's disgusting. And so
I
appreciate you
A1.
guys too. I
Yeah.
appreciate
Wait, what was that word? You said deplorable?
Yes.
So no, you over here.
Big word, big word. Look, man, the theme of this show and what we always say is, you know, when things happen in life, you can't look at it as a failure and you can't give up. It's lessons learned.
Yeah.
And it leads to a bigger path. It leads to a bigger destination. So,
Definitely.
you know, just got to keep striving.
All the shit y'all went through, if y'all broke up, I would be pissed off. I would really fight both of y'all.
No, we'll have an argument. I'll be like, I'm leaving. Like, bitch, you ain't want that body bag. Get your ass over there.
All that stuff y'all done went through.
Would y'all say during the time that y'all had to do it separate times, brought y'all closer together? It created a stronger bond?
It definitely created a stronger bond because it's like, I mean, we have so many similarities. Like, he's in September, I'm in September.
Are y'all
That's our
Virgos?
birthday. He's the Virgo, I'm the Libra. I'm the Libra. Virgo. That's right, yeah. But you know, but the Libra, and I think it's a Sag. Those two signs.
They
got
are
a
so
balance.
compatible with
they
the
got it,
Virgos,
yeah.
yes.
Right, but you know, like everything, we both grew up in single family households with our mothers struggling to make ends meet. You know what I'm saying? No father. I mean, a father's
Two strong
two
personalities.
strong
You
personalities.
fight like cats and dogs.
Yeah, but you know what? I respect him and his business mind and everything else that he stands for. So yeah, we might argue because I'm stubborn, but at the end of the day, it's like, but I respect your thought
It's
process.
like she's so strong-minded that she gonna buck me just to buck me.
Right.
But then she gonna
Just
do
to
what I
later on
said.
to tell him, nah,
But she
you was
gonna do
right.
exactly what I said.
So what's
You get used to that.
what's the
You know
most
what?
common disagreement in your household?
I think it's just perspective. Like,
There it is. Yeah,
perspective.
you're right.
Good word.
It is
She has her
perspective.
way of seeing things, I have my way of seeing things.
Right.
As long as you can respect each other's views,
Right.
you take it into consideration.
Sometimes you just gotta agree to
Two heads are
disagree,
always
too.
better than one.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
So what's the key? What's the key? Like what's something that like don't go to bed angry?
Yeah, this is therapy for us. This is the
All right, so
I got
in this
some.
book here, I talked about teamwork make the dream work. So this was the first book, and I created an acronym, and that acronym is for couple. So that is communicate, openness.
Let me get that. I need that. What chapter?
I think it's chapter 7. Teamwork make the dream work.
I got some questions.
Couple is the acronym, so it's communicate, openness, understanding, peacemaking. You don't want to go to bed, like you said, go to bed angry. Loyalty and esteem. It's important to let your partner know, I love you. You're good. You're,
Absolutely.
had a long day. It's been days where my husband might have came home beat, and I saw a smile on his face by telling him, you did good today. And he's like, damn, queen, thank you. And then the next day, he like, I'm working. It's like it energizes. You know what I'm saying? So you'd be surprised about, what
You know what
you can
sucks?
say.
I went to bed last night at my wife, but she didn't know I was mad at her. That pisses me off. You ever
That
want
pisses
somebody
me
to
off
know
all the
that you're
time.
mad at them, but
Yeah.
they don't even
You
know you're mad
wasn't
at them?
mad
No, I know when he's mad.
So-
Silent treatment, silent treatment.
And I did
I
some
pick up on those.
You always got to go that route. You know
Yeah.
why? You don't want to smoke with them.
No, we can't. You
You
can't.
don't. You don't want to smoke.
It's not a win.
Once
Even
you
when
realize-
you're
Go
right.
the silent route. You know
What do you guys do for
It's better
fun?
not to- for fun?
Yes.
We have
Everything.
lots of fun.
We have
Yeah.
lots of fun.
That's
all
like
the
that's
time.
my best friend.
Yeah,
so
I
it's
think
like
it used to be,
time.
yes.
And
We
very
could-
spontaneous.
On
We'll
the
do-
way home, we could be just geeking over something in the car.
Yeah.
We like that's the good thing about being your own boss.
Right.
We delay the day, turn around. I got a meeting at a certain time. You know what? We're going to push that back for an hour. We're
Yep.
going over here and
We'll
doing this.
we'll
Right.
rearrange
That's
the
dope.
day and just give each other undivided attention when it comes in. There's been times he's been getting slack sometimes like, yo, this meeting, and he
All the
like,
time.
damn, I'm having fun with my wife. And that's a good thing.
Right.
Because when you lose that fun, that shit that's not good. When you go into bed at night and there's somebody in the bed, but you still feeling alone, you got to reevaluate that. And listen, as couples, you will lose that fire. You have to reignite that shit.
But also,
You have to reignite it.
How?
Also-
Come on, wait.
and this motto,
You in my lane right
this
now.
motto is this motto should be not only for in a relationship but for in life.
Yeah.
You got to move with purpose. Your purpose is bigger than you.
Yeah.
It can't be all about self. What you want.
Right.
You got to find somebody that nurtures you like you nurture them. You gotta build each other. So at times when it seems hard, or you say, you know what, I can't do this, or I can't think. When you're going through it, you gotta think of the bigger picture, bigger than your own personal needs or your own selfish ideas.
Right.
Why are you here? What brought y'all together?
Right.
What is this about?
Listen, man, I think we can't drop this episode for free for the IR and Spotify. This is going to be on pay-per-view.
I'm about to pop up
We
this
dropping
shit. I need
mad
therapy
gems right now.
Me and my wife comes to the crib. We
You
need
know,
some therapy.
this is-
No,
Look,
seriously.
No,
y'all gonna
listen,
have to pay
you
99
guys
cents a
need to
view
do
on
a
this one.
therapy session, like
Are you
a couples
serious?
therapy. Yes, I stole your idea. You see how we doing it? He not my husband, but he like my
We
young.
got a little thing going.
I be trying to steal his
Real
little-
quick, don't look at look at me. What's our favorite movie?
A favorite movie?
Yeah,
Hold on. Gangs in New York.
is that true?
It's two. I have two.
What's the bonus?
I think what is it? Love and Basketball. I got like two.
Cool. What's his favorite movie?
Favorite movie? He has a few. Like he's into like
If we
Scarface.
could, you could
and
just
shit
name
like
one.
that. No, Scarface.
Scarface.
He
Who?
like gangster flicks.
Scarface, your best your favorite. Is?
Godfather, Scarface.
He
that
said one of
one.
them. It makes me realize that she didn't get it right.
Oh, she got it right. She got it
He's
right.
like,
Are you sure?
Don't
She got it
listen
right.
to
She
him.
got it right. She's
The instigator over here. Don't let him have y'all driving back to Queens.
How you
Mad.
ain't know?
They're already going to be arguing about Nas.
You
and
know
shit.
my shit was paid in full.
and I'm bumping Nas all the way back. Yeah, you know.
It's gonna be a long ass ride back.
Oh, man.
Keeping it clean. Yeah.
Don't fall asleep.
You could keep this book. I'm gonna sign this for you. I'm serious. Listen,
Oh,
since you told me
dope,
that.
dope.
You can keep that. Now, when you listen, when you telling me that, listen, we about
Yeah.
empowering couples will empower other couples.
I
Absolutely.
mean, just go through your little moments.
Yeah, but
I can't stay mad too long.
yeah, no,
I
right.
can't say
That's
that
him.
so long.
Can't say-
That's their job.
But,
They
but
can
listen,
stay mad.
but
They
listen,
can
when
stay
y'all
mad.
don't stay
Yeah.
mad, when y'all don't stay mad long, it festers in a different way, and we don't want that to transform to something else.
Right.
So we want to nip that shit in the bud.
No doubt.
You and her need to read that together. Y'all got something I want you
Pass
to
that
read
off
with
to me
Yeah.
when you're done.
Listen, and
Nah, we good.
You know, I don't need nothing to read. I'm just
Max is moving. You moving kind of good. I like the way you moving
You're
out here,
moving-
man.
A good woman will bring out the best in you, even if you don't think that's the best.
No,
Like,
no,
like, a lot of
100%.
times,
Facts.
She'll pull things out of me, things I don't want to do, but it's always for my better. I always come out better.
So how's your son doing? How's he doing?
he's doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
So he got two parents that's has that spirit. What is he passionate about?
He's passionate about science.
Animals.
Yep.
He's going to
Yeah.
DNA camp this summer.
Yes.
Oh,
That's big money.
DNA
That's
camp.
big
He did invention camp, so he likes to.
Nice.
Yeah,
Big
like
on-
he likes to.
He's big on science. He's big on.
He's big on life. He's big on people. He's big on. It's like he took our philanthropy love and it's all boiled up into that one
He's
little
like a
man.
better
right there.
version of both of us.
Better. 200.
That's the goal.
Let's give that child some props. 200 better.
So
Yeah.
10 years from now, where do you guys see yourself? What would you like? How many more business? Like what's the plan 10 years from now?
The plan is to have our own financial institution.
Yeah.
A credit union that's designed for our people by guidelines that will allow us to flourish and build our own
Yeah.
economic ecosystem.
Yeah.
Same thing?
Same thing.
Good,
All about
good.
Yep.
y'all know, man, we up here, we say what they can radio. We said it before. Black love, black entrepreneurship is nothing we support more than that, man. We love you guys. Is there anything like you want the people to know what's coming up? What you guys got going on? Any more films in production? Any more books?
A lot of
The
stuff
car
coming.
Yeah,
dealership.
a lot of stuff.
I mean,
I
like-
can't even talk about the TV shows. I can't really. Yeah, because I'm
Yo,
a muzzle.
TV shows,
Yeah.
music, films.
A couple of people from the Pink
lot of
Panther
really-
Club, we keep hearing that. We keep hearing that hey, we can't talk about. I think something's in brewing. I think something's coming on
Well, a
VH1.
couple of
But I'm gonna
shows
shut
will
up.
open.
I'm not gonna say nothing. But I
Those
think
shows
something's
air
coming.
soon. Those
Yeah.
shows. I can't really talk about those shows, but I'm on 2 shows coming up soon. I don't know if it's August or September, but
Dope.
you'll
dope.
see that. Yeah.
No, we'll promote it. We'll promote that
and
for
then
sure.
we got a situation. So
You said what now?
yeah, situation.
Okay. That's it. That's what you got for us?
Yeah. But guess what? I promise you have my word, and you know my word is only as good as my word. We'll be back to tell you before,
You never
Absolutely.
let
That's
me
what
down
we
yet.
want. That's
Now they
what
they keep
They
their
gonna be
word.
late.
All
They gonna be
so
late.
far,
Yeah.
they're gonna be an hour late, but they definitely gonna be.
That's right. We might be an hour late now.
That was
Yeah.
the Virgo though, because Virgo, we
Always late.
we always
I'm
late.
always
She was like, yup.
So listen, I got here. It was 2:32, and I walked in. I was like, "Oh hey y'all!" I ain't say nothing about being late. I was
Right.
like, "Oh hey y'all," because I
Uh-huh.
saw y'all
That's
wasn't
what
here.
Virgos do.
I was like, "Yeah, you was a little late." I was like,
What's your sign?
Gemini.
Well, see, Geminis and Libra are just the
All
same.
day.
They blazing. So-
My wife
so
is a
like,
Libra.
yes,
My wife is a Libra.
You better go ahead now. Go ahead and read this.
Listen,
I done saved the
I
day,
told
baby.
you,
Go ahead
listen,
and
man,
do
we
that.
need a meet and greet, and we need something,
Heck,
man.
we're bullheaded,
about-
but
yeah.
we love, man.
Love hard, but
And look, it's always our fault we're late, but they're never ready.
Yeah, there we go. There
Never
you
ready.
right.
Yo, listen.
But guess what? You right about
waiting
that.
on me, but I'm always
Message.
the first one out of the house.
yo, first of all, we wouldn't be late if you in the mirror doing 20 poses
Ow.
with the hand, this and that. I'm like, come on, I gotta
That's
go,
my
man.
good side.
We was late to y'all brunch because of
Really?
But
Aw,
that's all
but-
another
but
story.
That's right.
But we
It's
made
okay.
it, though. We
That's
made
right.
it. We made
Exactly.
it.
That's right, because Virgos make it. They late, but they gonna be there.
"I'll be here. I'll be here, guys."
Nas is a Virgo too.
Yes,
Oh,
he
man,
is.
here we go.
he is.
Look,
Obviously, he's late too.
yo,
Why'd you say that? Set yourself for that.
So who you fucking with? Like you talk all that shit.
Jay, I fuck with Hov. Hov and Big.
I fuck with him too.
And Kane. Big
I
Daddy
fuck with
Kane.
him too.
Listen, I bother Nas, but I like him. Honestly, I just don't have him rank as high as other people. But I think he's dope. The backwards, the gun record, the reverse record, two of the greatest records I've ever heard in my life.
Creativity.
Yeah. So I just like to bother Nas fans. Nas fans get a little sensitive sometimes. That's all.
look.
It's all right. It'll be all right.
Nas don't have an album that you can listen straight through to after the first 2. He don't.
Look, you see me? I said,
After the first 2, he don't. He don't have
I
an
wanna
album.
What you have to say
leave
about
this
that?
alone.
Yeah. That's your answer.
Yes, you do.
Which one?
Stillmatic.
Stillmatic is not one of the first 2, and you definitely can listen to that. All the
Yeah,
way
that's
You
through.
can
true.
listen
That's
to
actually
Stillmatic
the third
straight
or the
through.
fourth,
You
right?
could.
Yes.
Yo, by the
That's
way,
the fourth. 'Cause
How was it?
this
Oh, yeah, I would
Stuyvesant
like some more.
Black Entrepreneurial Champagne.
Let me get
Excellent.
Sponsoring the show is really good.
Marvin, you
It's
did your
really
thing
good.
on
Really
this,
good.
baby.
Yo,
You did your thing.
I'm gonna take a little bit.
dope.
I need that rose
We're
though.
gonna pour a little bit out over here.
Yeah, but she gave me the.
the
She tried to send us the brute,
Yeah,
and she got that rose cracking.
Let me know where we can pick it up because we definitely want to support.
definitely, man. Good
Speaking
stuff
of
going on.
support, real quick, I want to shout out my cousin Callie Hunter, Organics. Today I missed his
Oh,
pop-up show.
that's
I
your-
know. Yeah, he's
Rose
my
your cousin?
Rose, yeah, he was at the show.
He just came to my crib the other day.
I know.
And dropped.
I know. He told me.
Stop telling my business, man.
I think he told me.
Nah,
But shout out to Ro. I'm
Ro-
sorry I couldn't make it, but go get that Callie Hunter Organics. My little cousin doing this thing out here.
Dope.
Yo,
He
you
got
got
the beard
way
oil,
too much
the hair
cousins.
oils, the skin body
It's on you,
scrubs.
on camera.
And I use it. I use it, and it definitely worked. How many fucking cousins you got?
I told you a million. I just got
Matt,
another one.
Matt's got like 100 cousins.
Oh, y'all might got
got
200
another one.
cousins. But yo, we appreciate y'all to the fullest, man. We got to do a part 2 to this.
Yes,
Y'all
yes,
got to
you
come
guys are
back
so dope.
when you got the things dropping and we can
Yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah.
No,
gotta
we
do
really
it,
want to
man,
do a
but
couples thing, even though
we
I'm not a
appreciate
couple.
y'all.
I
Before,
will
all
come.
right, this is my last one. I can't let this slide. I told him earlier, real quick, very very quick. I told a story about how you knew he was the one.
Right.
It was raining outside.
Yes, that's true.
What weed did you have?
We had no weed.
No weed?
I don't think
Yo,
we
it's so real that
we were
That's
sober as fuck.
crazy.
to
We
touch
was-
the other cars and things around the car to make sure.
No trees, no nothing.
No.
And it
No.
rained on
Listen,
every car, but
I
that's
put that on my life.
every-
May I drop dead right now. That really happened.
And every theory,
I'm dead
you know,
serious.
You say, okay, the car's running, the hood might be dry because the car's running. What about the top of the car? What about the back of the car? Everything dropped.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Wow.
No, we were tweaking. We even touched the ground. We wasn't even. We was definitely just sitting there having an organic conversation. And I honestly said, I need a sign, but I didn't know that shit was gonna come that fast. I was just like, yo, like this is perfect. This is my. That's when I knew at that moment that was my soulmate.
Right.
I honestly knew.
That's how you end it.
That's how we gonna end it, man. You guys.
Any shout out? Any IG things I want to shout out?
Everything. Go ahead.
Sunny Money Queens, Instagram, Facebook. I just finally did the fan page because now they getting wacky with me with the fake pages. It's getting out of control.
Oh, that's when you pop.
It's
You got
getting
fake pages?
crazy.
Nice.
6 different fake Instagram pages and 1 Facebook now.
Crazy.
I'm like, fake? Yeah, I just showed myself. I said, do I live in Africa?
I need a fake. Damn,
This is crazy.
I would be flattered. I ain't
So,
gonna front.
no,
I need a
because,
fake page.
because now you're snatching off pictures of my children and my life, and I'm like, wait a minute now, I'm not out there with the half naked, doing all of that. Like, come on, man. Like,
Gotcha.
I'm a regular, public figure. So,
Right.
but Sunshine Smith Williams fan page and Sunshine Smith Williams on Facebook, and
You gonna unlock your IG? What's going on?
Yeah,
man?
no, I'm H. Warbucks.
You gonna unlock it?
we'll probably do it after the show starts.
I'm a private person.
Yeah.
I got you.
He's serious too.
I like to operate behind the scenes. That's
So
why
what you-
everything
so
you see
what-
the business is named Sunny Legal Realty, Sunny this. Even the dealership is the Verge Auto Group. Everything is. I kind of like.
I like
to
that.
work from the
Oh yeah,
back.
follow the dealership by the way, Diverge Auto Group.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bro,
Auto
dope.
Definitely
sales
do that.
actually. Yeah, follow the dealership. Yeah, I gotta come down. It's in the Bronx, 2160 Webster Avenue. I had to plug that.
Nice.
I need a car too. My car.
Come
I
on
told you
down.
about
I'm the
something.
credit
Also-
specialist. Plug that
also,
too. Yeah. Let me get you right.
Investing at us, IIU is key at yahoo.com if you're looking for investment in your business, or if you would like to, if you are a student who would like to take a semester abroad. I do a contest every year, and so whoever wins, we sponsor a semester abroad. That's your tuition, your room and board, and a stipend for food and some
That's
gifts.
awesome.
You
That's
guys
some
are
dope
so
shit.
dope,
That's some real
y'all.
dope.
Y'all guys are dope.
Yeah, man. Follow them, man. Sunny, she's like I said, entrepreneur, philanthropist, mentor, motivational speaker, film producer,
We
author.
gotta move hip hop purist off his thing.
He was a young hip hop artist. He was a young hip hop artist at the same time. He used to spit them bars, but
Yeah, I have artists now. I believe it's a young man's sport. So
You gotta bring him up.
yeah, you gotta open the lane up, because I chose the streets over music, and so it's my job to make sure a lot of these young talented kids don't have to make that same decision.
Yes,
absolutely, absolutely. We appreciate y'all,
Yes,
man.
we really do. Thank you guys for bringing us together, because this is our first show back together in a
That's
long
dope.
time. I miss
Nice.
you guys.
Yep.
Yes,
Good.
You were supposed to make the last show, but you was
Teamwork
hungover.
make the dream work.
But I miss. You got a birthday coming. Plug that real quick before we leave. A party.
So I'm having a big birthday party at Keenum Lounge, August 24th.
Okay.
Be there.
Nice.
Tickets $20. Come see me. Come.
$20 donation. People get money when you say donation, but instead of charging, there's a difference.
Yes. I'll be the big 4-0. This is my 10th, 30th birthday. Go me.
Yeah.
I'm right
Virgos.
behind you.
Right.
Yeah,
No doubt.
we're right behind. Yeah.
Yo, man.
40 this year.
Tune in.
Oh,
Rap
so
sign
that's
up.
yeah.
Follow these two. Follow Sunny. Follow
Yes, absolutely.
Follow the H man over here. Follow them, man. These are the bosses. These are black couple. They run things right now. And if you want some inspiration, you want some motivation, you want to know how to make it, cop these books. Follow them. Follow their whole story.
I'm reading this book
And
tonight.
let's keep it going. There will be a part 2.
And the book is winding well, but make sure you grab some Stuyvesant when you.
Yes,
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely,
When you read it.
absolutely.
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 guys.
Thank you
y'all.
guys, man. Appreciate y'all.